Hello, this is teddygaming and welcome back to another video. And today's one, we're going to be breaking down the TMNT, the Armageddon Games Alliance's issue number 1. So yeah, this is going to be a pretty interesting issue to break down, to say the very least, as it is more or less intended to be like a micro/macro series type thing that like ties into the whole event thing, that either like sets up some more stories for the future for this whole event thing, or is more or less just trying to like pad out everything as well. So this issue is going to be maybe interesting and maybe important to the future and series for this event, or it might just be one that's sort of like a waste of time really. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. Now this is all more or less like a replacement for the micro series, which was used back in the very early days of the IDW comics, and was used again for the villains during the City Falls story arc. So this is going to be a pretty interesting one, and with the first character they're doing on, makes it even more interesting. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the description for this issue. Karai, tossed by an estranged grandfather, the Shredder, to protect New York City. Oracle Karai faces her first true test as master of the Foot Clan, when 4 mysterious mutant Ninja Turtles unleash seemingly random acts of violence against the city. The Armageddon Games has begun, and the rules have changed. Will Karai have what it takes to play her part and lead her forces against the strange new threats? Especially when some of her own mutant allies are questioning what side the Foot Clan should be playing for in the first place. So yeah, already that tells quite a bit about the whole issue in terms of things that like could be set up and everything like that. Now the first thing which I would like to go over, and it's that it doesn't really have anything to do with the description itself, but it has more to do with the cover. Now as of the time of recording this breakdown video, there hasn't been a cover that's been released for this issue just yet. However, give it a few more weeks and months, and nearer the time that this issue comes out, we will soon get a cover for this one, as well as all the other covers such as a 110 variant, and probably exclusive for cover B and stuff like that. So, I'm sort of curious why they haven't released a cover for it, and maybe it might have something to do with a spoiler for the issue, or something like that, but at the same time, I can't really think anything else other than that. But if that was the case for being a spoiler, then why would you put it on the cover? So I'm quite intrigued by the reason why they didn't release a cover as along with the description, but I guess we might find out nearer the time of the release of this issue. Okay, so let's actually go and break down the first bit of the description for the thing. Okay, so the first thing is that, and we didn't cry, which I must admit I'm really looking forward to, just because the last time we had any story that was directly focused all about her, and that's excluding the City of War, because that wasn't really on her. She was just a big part to play in it. But like last time we got a major story that was focusing on her was in the RW TMNT universe issue, I want to say 12 to 16, I think, or something like that. And that was in like 2017, 2018. So it's been a fair amount of time since we've gotten anything about Karai, and I'm really looking forward to see what they could potentially be doing with the character, where they do take everything, even with all the other characters such as Bubblegong, Koya, Being Rocksteady, Tatsu. Like, there is so much potential they could take these characters, and especially with what role they could be potentially be playing, because Karai still, at the end of the day, she's still related to Shredder, so there is so much more going on here than we probably do know. So everything about that is just quite interesting. And considering that the last time that we saw Karai, she was trying to take over the Foot Clan, and also Kitsune tried to kill her to bring back the Shredder. I don't know if they'll be on the best of terms if the two were to meet, but I guess that would be something quite interesting to see if they were to meet within this issue or within this event. Now let's go on. It says that Karai is going to have her first test when some 4 mysterious Ninja Turtles unleash seemingly random acts of violence against the city. Now this thing was all brought up and in description for issue 133, where Jenica and Donatello are staying behind while Delto's go off to get some recruits for this whole event, and they're going to be taking on the Turtles. So I do think this is going to be quite interesting in terms of if this is going to play into that issue, or if this is going to be a aftermath of issue 133 or sequel. I'm quite interested to see what this issue has to play with that issue. I do also think it'd be quite interesting to see if we do get some, like, a fighting montage, or not montage, but like fighting scenes with Cry's mutant allies, with the 4 turtles. So I'm not too sure they'll do anything like that, but I do hope they would do something like that. But I'm quite interested to see what like details have to do with Cry and how Cry's going to deal with them. I do think that's going to be quite interesting part about it. And then after that, we got her allies are going to be more or less doubting Cry in terms of the role that the Foot Clan should be playing in this whole event. And I do think this could be quite an interesting part of the issue, as there is so much they could potentially be taking, or like take this whole story in one direction or another with these characters. If they don't believe Cry's a good fit for a leader, we may potentially begin a new ruler for the Foot Clan, maybe, if people don't like her. But in terms of like who will be against Cry, I'm not exactly too sure. I think Tatsu, Bubblegum and Korra will probably be with Cry to the very end, as I feel like they're going to be very loyal and very smart about everything. However, at the same time, I do think that maybe Beam Rocksteady may be tempted with Rat King's offer to potentially go and work with him to become powerful god-like beings and destroy stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if they were to switch sides just because they want power or something like that, but who really knows. So yeah, I mean, I do also think this could be quite interesting plot point which they could bring up later in the series, potentially after the Armageddon games, where basically they have like a little civil war between the group, where like maybe one faction doesn't like the other one because they have different opposing opinions about it, or maybe even Shredder might come back. So I think there is like some potential story that they could potentially tell here with this whole idea, if they were to expand on this a bit further on within the future issue. But I'm not too sure if they would or not, considering that this may not be a big plot point that I'm making it out to be. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this issue, just because it is a Cry issue, and again, we haven't had any stories on her for quite a while, so it's going to be amazing to have her back in action in the comics, and would like to see where they do take her character and all the other ones in this issue. Now, this whole alliance issue thing is supposed to be doing like a one issue per character sort of thing. So I'm quite interested to see what character they do next. Will it be a villain? Will it be another hero? I'm not too sure. Just thinking off the top of my head, like the characters who I like to see have like a little mini issue about them. I feel like Racken would be a good one to have. Alapex, Angel, yeah, I feel like those would be the really good ones to have stories on. If I give an Angel a issue about her, that would be quite cool. But I'm not too sure what other characters they would do, but I'm really looking forward to see what else they could do with this alliance issue. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. I am quite interested in hear what you have to say about this issue. Do you like it? Do you not? Do you have any theories for it? Who do you think is going to be for the next issue? And do you agree with some of the points which I've pointed out, or do you have different opinions? But yeah, that's going to be it for today, guys. If you do like this one, please share, like, subscribe, and all that stuff. Goodbye, yo, bye.